Going on? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Good afternoon. Good evening. Well, it's definitely evening for me. I don't know if it's what part of the world you're in, but first off, before we get started, before we share anything, we want to start by thanking God for another day of life, another day of strength. Thanking God for the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the hills, the mountains. I thank God for it all. And I was thinking, and I said to myself, I always say you should get weekly 150 steps in, and oh, got a little pooch. Oh. How you doing? Uh-oh. You should get your 150 steps in every week, and when I started walking, I say, we walk by faith. That came to my mind. I can't, I'm looking around, because I heard something, but you probably can't hear it. You probably can't hear it with me as I'm walking, but I said, people will run you over. People will run you over. They'll run you over easy. But you know, we walk by faith. We walk by faith and not by sight. Let me say that again. Hey, what's up? What's up? Welcome to the live. Good afternoon. Good evening, depending on when you're watching. And here it's what time is it here? What time is it here? It's 8:29. 8:29. I can't see you. Oh. Yeah. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. Welcome to the live. Get your steps in. You don't need to see me. Can you hear me? If you can hear me, that's the important thing. You really don't need to see me. You know. Can you hear me? Can you hear what I'm saying? And, um, will my words add value to your life? That's what I want. I don't need you to see me. I need you to hear what I say, and hopefully what I say, the nuggets I give, can add value to your life. Can be a blessing, as we would say. But the first thing I would say is thank God daily, and with that, get your steps in. We walking, exercising, and I say while I'm exercising, let me come and talk to the folks and share. Do a little Testimony Tuesday. If you haven't seen Testimony Tuesdays, or if you want to share, I'm gonna share that because it was a great one today. If you haven't seen that, make sure you go to my live. It's my live section of my videos. Go to the live. Check out Testimony Tuesdays. I did two today. I did two testimonies today, and I shared the goodness of God because I'm not the only person that God's been good to. And this is what this channel is about. It's about uplifting and sharing. And we all have gifts, we all have talents. And it's about no gatekeeping. We don't do no gatekeeping over here. We share, we try to inspire and uplift, encourage. And so if you're about that, then you should subscribe, and you should share, and that's it. And you should get out and do your 150 steps a week per minute, 150 minutes per week. So with that, let me stop for a second and read. Hey, welcome to the live, 929 here. You blending, sir. You say what? I can't see you. Can you hear me? Can all you guys hear me? Can you hear me? If you can hear me, put a thumbs in the chat. Thumbs up in the chat if you can hear me. I appreciate that. If you all can hear me, at this point it doesn't matter because I'm gonna continue to walk anyway. If you can hear me, put thumbs in the chat. You say, hey, Guns, if I can hear you. Say, yeah, I can hear you. But you know what I've thought about, and what I'd like to share. We had two great testimonies today, and I like to share a little bit from both of them, if I may. If you all are interested, if you're interested, say yeah, I'm interested. Put it in the chat. If not, say yeah, I'm interested. If not, and it's just wasting my mouth, me talking. If you haven't seen it and you want to hear a little bit about it, say yeah, I'm interested, and I will share. If not, I won't. That's how we're gonna do that. Cause I love to share, but if people don't want me to share things, then I can continue to walk. And regardless, I'm gonna walk, regardless, I'm gonna share. But let's see, yeah. So yeah. But anyway, I shared two testimonies today. One was about, I'm gonna share them anyway. You see that? I'm gonna share them anyway. Testimony Tuesdays, and if God has been good to you, God has been good to you. And I know some people may be shy. Some people may not want to share, but you're not doing me. Think you do. Some people think, oh. Anyway, if you want to share, you can email me at testimonytuesdays@gmail.com. That's testimonytuesdays@gmail.com. I share testimonies every Tuesday. And so if you want to look at my live section, you can see the live from today, and you can see the testimonies from today. I did two. I shared two today. And I'm going to give you a little synopsis. About what was shared and what I talked about during the live. And we go from there. So the first one was about, Sister Sarah, her and her husband couldn't have kids, and the doctors told them that they wouldn't be able to have any children, and to give up hope, to pretty much plan to adopt, and not focus on having kids on your own. And they prayed, and they ended up having 3 kids of their own. They have 3 kids, 3 lovely kids, and doctors can't explain it. And one thing she said in the testimony is that what people think is impossible. And they may not see They may not see. God sees. God sees. And he tends to work things out. And so, you know, you have to know. You have to know where your foundation comes from. And like these people driving crazy on this street. I kind of feel like I'm walking down the wrong street, but at the same time, I know I'm covered. I'm live, so if I get hit, y'all know it was God's. It was God. I ain't gonna say that, but people just driving crazy all of a sudden. Not all of a sudden, but every time. Anyway, I ain't gonna touch on that. But God is good. Oh, shoot, bugs all over the place, man. But yeah. So anyway, get your steps in. Check out our Testimony Tuesdays, and you know, walk by faith. Walk by faith, not by sight. You see where I'm headed? Can you really see? Can you really see? Yeah, I see you. You see me, so go around. But you walk by faith, not by sight. You don't walk by what you can and can't see. Trust in God. Trust in God, and regardless of what happens. Where you at? What course you may be on? What course you may be on? What course you may be on? Because personally, in a dark like this, you see that? See? Stop out there driving. It's a mess. Get your steps in. Get your steps in. Until now I'm here. You playing answer. I can't see you. Okay, same comments pretty much. Yeah. We're going to the light. Coming to the light, Carol Ann. Coming to the light, Carol Ann. So coming to the light. You know what I was thinking about too? You know what part of my thoughts, part of my mind is forgiveness. You know, you say you walk by faith. We walk by faith, right? And you say, I walk by faith, we walk by faith. We walk by faith and not by sight. You walk by faith and not by sight. Y'all get what I'm saying? We walk by faith and not by sight. When we think about that concept in the natural, not the spiritual, you know. Sometimes, not sometimes, depending on where you're at in your life. But life could be sad, it could be depressing, it could be overwhelming, It could be overwhelming. You know, you can sit, you can sit and wonder why. You can sit and cry. You know, you can cry, but you still continue to walk. You still continue to walk. Life's journey, life's journey, life journey is about steps. It's about steps. Steps. You know, when you walking by faith, you walking. You know, you don't necessarily see the outcome. You may see it. You may have a glimpse of it. You may have a peep. A small. Well, the peep. When I say a peep, I mean like a small glimpse. You have a small glimpse. You may have a small glimpse of what's going on when you start to walk. But you're walking by faith. And if you're walking by faith, if you're walking by faith, you can't see the outcome. You can't see what God has planned for you. You can't see what God has planned for you. You know, all you can do is walk. All you can do is walk and have faith. And look, you can look around, or look down the street, look behind you. I can look behind me, I can look in front of me, and I don't see anything. And when I'm Lord, I need you. You can cry to him, Lord, I need you. I need your help. I need your help. I'm walking by faith. My faith is strong. Sometimes faith is tested because when you say my faith is strong, I'm talking from experience, right? I'm talking about me. When you say your faith is strong, and then you get hit with something, and then you realize that your faith don't work like that. You gotta walk by faith. Make you feel like, you know, you can see something that's not even there. You can see something that's not even there. Nitrate, I'm gonna show you something real quick. This truck, right? I'm gonna show you this truck. Night transportation. This is perfect. Ain't God good? Ain't God good? Let me show y'all something. This truck, right? Night transportation. Y'all see that? Night transportation. Y'all see? It's backed up to the dock. Y'all see that? Can you see it? Can you see? Look. Night transportation. So listen. Listen. These trailers, right? A driver comes along with the tractor, and it hooks up to the truck, and it pulls it out. And based on a number, see the number right here. Based on a number, it decides where it's gonna go or how it's gonna go, and you know, it goes by this way. But it has to have a what they call a Qualcomm or a GPS to tell it where it's gonna go. Let me see what's going on. Same. Yeah, to tell us where it's gonna go. So if you can imagine. I showed that uh, to share that if if that tractor or that trailer that tractor hits something to that trailer and drives it, try to take it somewhere, then without a without a destination, without a guide, without a guide, then where's it gonna go? It's gonna be lost, right? Right? And so that's the same thing with us, in a sense. But faith, faith is not the same. Faith is something totally different. When I say walk, we should walk by faith and not by sight. I'm not saying because I need to get my steps in. I need to get my steps in. But I'm saying it because we have to start walking by faith. Walking by faith. And I always say that, people say, dang, I had somebody tell me that recently. I talk about religion all the time now that I got a little saved, but I ain't even saved. I'm still working on me. I'm not saved. I'm just sharing a message that God is good. I'm not saved. Well, God has saved me. God has blessed me. God has put me, and showed me grace and mercy. But I'm just a man. I'm a filthy rag. But the thing about it is, is that we all are. You, me, everybody. We all are. And so it don't matter. Your pastor, your preacher, your imam, whatever you want to call it, your priest. We all are. And stop looking to man. Stop looking to man. I'm gonna say this too. Stop looking to your pastor, your preacher, your imam. Stop looking to them to fulfill your spirit. They're the messenger. But go to the source. Know what the source is. Don't fall in love with the messenger. Know what the source is. They have a source where they go to. You haven't tapped in. We talk about the plugs. Anytime you buying stuff, you buying detergent, you buying hair, you buying weed, you get a discount on some services, right? Whatever you buy, you get a discount on some services. You get a discount, you don't know what the plug is. Wholesale. Who is the wholesaler? Why would anybody want to buy from somebody that's making money off of you? If you're smart. If you're smart, you don't want to buy from the person that's buying, selling you the stuff. You should find out where they buying stuff from, so you can get it. You get it on a discount price, the same price they're getting it for. You understand what I'm saying? So God is the source. Pretty much what I'm saying. I could have made it better, said it better, but it's the truth. God is the source. And if God is the source, focus on the source. It's been pretty much what I'm saying. Focus on the source and know that we all walk by faith. We all walk by faith and not by sight. I always say that you're something. What? What? You're what? I don't know. I can't see. But thank you for your comment. Thank you for your blessed words. and the thing about it, I'm gonna say this too. I'm gonna say this too. With our respect, Comments. I had a football coach, right? Coach Benny. Derry Rocks. Derry breeds talent. Derry Beach breeds talent. Derry Beach breeds talent. Let me say that one more time. They breed talent. But I had a football coach who say opinions are like buttholes. I ain't want to curse. Opinions are like buttholes. Everybody got them. So if you got something about me, I appreciate it. I thank God for it. I thank God for it, but it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter to me what you say. All it does help algorithm for me. Keep posting them. Keep sharing. Keep sharing. Thank God for you. Thank God for you. I need you. I need thee. I need you. Keep posting. If you got something good to say, say it. Say it. Help me out. Help me out. Be a blessing. Good words, bad words. What it say? You blah 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 blah. I don't know what you're saying, but yeah. Obviously you got an issue. But yeah. We walk by faith. We walk by faith, not by sight. And sometimes in your walk, you can be a blessing that needs somebody that needs it. You know, you never know who is watching you walk, or is watching you talk, is watching your life unfold. And I said that earlier today, that a couple months ago, I felt like God didn't love me. I felt like I didn't have any family. I didn't have any friends. I didn't have anyone that cared enough about me, that cared anything about me. People that say they love me, I thought, they didn't say they love me, but I thought they would love me, turned their back on me. People turned their back on me. A couple months ago, people turned their back on me. I ain't have nobody in the dumps. I had my mama though. You always have, like they say, you always have your mama. My dad gone. I had my mom, but I had nobody else. Oh, no, I ain't. That's a lie. I had a couple family, a couple friends, but people turned their back on me. People that I thought that was closer to me than them. Nobody closer to your mom. Nobody closer than you to your mom. I ain't gonna say that. People turned their back on me though. That I thought would love me and be supportive to me, regardless of what happens. And that's a lie. But I'm saying it loud because I'm saying it loud now. But God showed up. God showed up and say, Guns tip, you still my child. You still my child. I still love you. I still love, in spite of, I still give you grace. You still got grace, you still got mercy, you still got love from me. And you don't need nobody else. You got me. You got me. And so, I shouldn't say, if you got your spiritual father, I can't share it enough. I can't say it enough. And I'm not gonna stop saying it. I'm not gonna stop saying it. You know, it's just like I always say that we've got a restaurant here, right? In Sunny South Florida, we got a restaurant that I love, I cherish. And it's called Big John's. And I always tell people about it. I tell people about it, I promote it, I share it. It's the best, well, not the best grits, but it's one of the best grits that I ever had. But I share about the food, about the customer service. I love it, right? I love it. And so if I can come on and share that, if if I can come on and share that constantly, not on live, but I'm saying if I share that constantly and tell people about it constantly, then what's wrong with me coming on here and sharing it? If you don't like it, people say, somebody asked me that today. That's why I bring it up. And damn them, like I say, I mean that, damn them, like, because I'm gonna share God's goodness. I'm gonna share God's goodness. God's people who don't like it, who don't like it. If I feel like I'm talking about it too much, unsubscribe. I'm gonna continue to do it. If I can share about what I eat, about how I eat, and you got a problem with sharing how good God is, then you probably watch this channel. I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop. What's going on? I don't deserve stuff. Hello, hey, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. I don't do this for subscription. I don't come on live to get subscribers. I come on live to share how good God is. I come on live to share how good God is. And if that moves you to want to subscribe, subscribe. If you don't, you don't. I don't come here to get subscribers. I come here to share how good God is. I come on here to add value, to be a blessing to people that feel like God doesn't love them. Because I was there. I was there. I was in a place where I felt like God didn't love me. So that's why I come back. I share my mat. When you're homeless in the streets, and I shared that before, I can't walk to the spot where I used to sleep at. When you're sleeping in the streets and you don't have nothing to lay on, the concrete is hard. It depends on the grass. If you lay on grass, it's different. But if you lay on concrete, it's hard. So it's great if you can have a mat. If you can have a mat to lay on. So I'm sharing my mat. I'm sharing my mat because I'm in a place where I don't need my mat no more. I'm not sleeping in the streets no more. I got a job. Like, even though I ain't gonna say all that. I have a job. A couple months ago I couldn't find one with a Class A license. I got a Class A driver's license. For those who don't know what Class A driver's license is, it means I got a CDL license. That means that I can drive over the road. I can drive anywhere. And a couple months ago I couldn't even get a job over the road. So to have one now, I can drive. Let me show you. I can drive that. I can drive that. I can drive that. See the truck over there? I can drive. Anything over in this parking lot I can drive. See? I can drive all that stuff. So, but yeah, I can drive all that stuff. So, yeah, hello. But yeah, I can drive all that stuff. So, thank God for it. Thank God for giving us the opportunity to be a blessing and to share, regardless of what people may think, people may say, people may come in a competition and want to talk. But my thing with that is that regardless of what, I'm gonna continue to say, and I love saying it. I love saying it, and it makes me happy. Sometimes the things you say, it brings a joy to your heart, brings joy to your spirit. And I like to say God is good. I love to say God is good. He waiting to get unloaded. But let me show y'all this. I love to come around here and show this too. But yeah, God is good. God is good. God is good. This is my spot. It kind of gives you peace, gives you a sense of calm, and relaxing. You don't know what's out here, but I ain't had no problems. You have problems when you out in the streets. But look, let me show y'all. See? Y'all see? See how peaceful it is. But I used to sleep right there on the other side, right there over there, where the light is over there in the dark. But yeah, get a little nice little sleep. And you know, back then they had the door closed, the gate closed. I mean, but so that's why I'm so adamant. That's why I'm so adamant about sharing your mat. Share your mat. Share your mat. You know, the world isn't full perfect people, and don't get to a point in your life. I'm gonna share that too. Don't get to a point in your life where you feel like you're better than anybody. Don't get to a point in your life where you feel like you're better than anybody, because you're not. And you like it or you don't like it, I don't care. But don't get to this point in your life where you feel like you're better than anybody, because God can take it away like that. Like that. And we all, everybody going through something. We're all going through something. Hard times, good times, bad times. We all we all have our struggles. We all have our downfalls. We all have, something that's going on in our lives. Whether you have kids, whether you have a mom or a dad that's sick, or anything, you name it. We all going through something. We all dealing with something. Somebody that passed away in your life that was close to you, that you love so much, and they gone. We all going through something. So, we all dealing with something. So, all I can say is share your mat. And don't be so crucial to criticize. I hear that in my ear. People talking, and I'm like, I just look at them like, you ain't never experienced nothing. You feel like, and I don't say it, but I'm saying it to y'all because I'm venting, and sharing. But maybe it'll change the way somebody think on my life. But that's why the world's so messed up. It's no spiritual foundation. People don't love it with the love of the Lord. People. I don't want to go there, but I was there, and I'm still there. But it's the truth though, in a sense. I ain't gonna say all pastors are bad. I ain't gonna say all ministers. I ain't gonna say all churches are bad. But I'm gonna say that we all need to. I'm gonna say me included. We all need to start loving with the Spirit of God in us, and try to spread light in a world that's full of darkness. Let me say that again, people in the back. People didn't hear me. We all, if we believe in God, if we are truly God's children, we need to start being a light in a world that's full of darkness. You see how dark this world is? Somebody run me over, they can't see me. Yeah, I know. But it's sad. It's sad. Somebody run me over. People will run me over because they can't see me because it's so dark. But that's the same thing with life. People will run over you because they don't see the light. They don't see the light, and it's not enough light for them to stop and not run over you. If there was a lot of light and the world was full of light, then people wouldn't run over you. People wouldn't treat you a certain way. People would do certain things to you or act a certain way towards you because they know that you part of that light. It's like being part of a gang. I went to California, or being part of a set. If you're part of a certain set, I'm speaking from the East Coast to the West Coast. If you're part of a certain set, people wouldn't bother you. They say, "Oh, you part of that set. You part of that clique." Or you got a certain family member that people know. It's the same thing. If you're part of God's kingdom, if people are part of God's kingdom and people know that, then things will change. And I'm not speaking. Speaking from something I heard about. Speaking about something I know, and I know people don't want to hear it. People don't like it. They don't want to hear it. You know, but it's the truth. It's the truth. No, and until we we decide to change things, to make things better, and I don't even see it happening in my lifetime. You gonna run me over? Let's see. See, you gonna run me over. See that? You gonna run me over. Run me over. Like, it's like, I don't understand it. I understand it, but I don't understand it. But yeah, if you think about it, and worry about it, then you'll know. If you don't, I think I rambled on for long enough. But like I always say, get your steps in, get your walk in, and be willing to share. Be willing to be a light. Be willing to uplift, encourage, inspire. Be willing to share, and know that regardless of where you at in your life, what circumstances may come, what events, whatever transpires in your life. Just know that you can get through it, and that's it. So, you know, I appreciate those that came on. I appreciate those that join me in my walk. You know, like I say, you gotta get your steps in. Get your steps in. A little tired. I ain't too tired, but get your steps in. Oh, let me sit down for a second. Get your steps in, and know that regardless of where you at in your life, know that God gives you grace, God gives you mercy, and through the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the hills, the valleys, the mountains, God said, where you at in your life, God still loves you, and God still will keep you. And that's it. So with that being said, y'all be safe, y'all be blessed. And like I always say, tell somebody you love them. Because you never know when you're going to go, you never know when they're going to go. Kiss the ones you love, because you never know when you kiss them again.